Tucson authorities have reportedly detained at least 3 individuals in connection with the ongoing investigation into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, the mother of NBC Today show co-host Savannah Guthrie. According to Fox News, a local law enforcement source confirmed that 2 males and one of their mothers were detained on February 13th following a tip that prompted a warrant execution. While the source emphasized that technically everyone is detained during such operations, details on the identities or roles of those involved have not been released. The arrests come nearly 2 weeks after Nancy Guthrie was last seen at her Catalina Foothills home, a disappearance that has captivated local and national attention. Law enforcement activity has been reported at a residence near East Orange Grove Road and North 1st Avenue in Tucson, according to officials with the Pima County Sheriff's Department. The department stated that this activity is related to the Guthrie case, though additional details remain unavailable. The FBI is involved in this joint investigation, and at their request, no further information has been released publicly. Authorities have indicated that a written statement will be forthcoming, but as of now, the focus remains on the detained individuals and ongoing investigative efforts at the site. This case has drawn attention not only because of Nancy Guthrie's prominence as a public figure's mother, but also due to the concerning circumstances surrounding her disappearance. She was last seen on the night of January 31st after being dropped off at her home near East Skyline Drive and North Campbell Avenue. Her absence was reported the following day after her family realized she had not attended church, raising immediate concerns for her welfare. Investigators believe that Nancy Guthrie was taken from her home against her will. Reports indicate that she requires regular medication, and her prolonged absence has heightened concern for her safety. Photographs taken at her home showed drops of blood on the porch, suggesting a possible struggle or incident during her disappearance. These details have intensified both public interest and the urgency of the law enforcement response. On February 11th, the FBI's Phoenix Field Office announced that an extensive search was underway in the Catalina Foothills area surrounding Guthrie's home. Numerous agents have been deployed along multiple roadways, conducting a systematic sweep to uncover clues about her whereabouts. Residents and motorists were advised to remain vigilant, to follow traffic laws, and to exercise caution near the ongoing search operations, highlighting the seriousness of the investigation. Analysts suggest that this level of response, with coordination between local law enforcement and federal agents, indicates that authorities are actively treating the case as a high-priority missing persons investigation. The Pima County Sheriff's Department has also been collecting evidence from the surrounding area. On February 12th, they asked residents within a 2-mile radius of Nancy Guthrie's home to provide any video footage capturing vehicle or pedestrian activity from January 1st through February 2nd. This request demonstrates the investigators' methodical approach, attempting to reconstruct movements in the area and identify anyone or anything unusual during the time frame of her disappearance. Evidence collection at Nancy Guthrie's property intensified on February 13th, with investigators collecting DNA samples not belonging to Nancy or individuals in close contact with her. The department has not disclosed where the DNA was found, nor to whom it might belong, but analysts suggest that these samples could provide key forensic leads in the case. DNA evidence can often clarify who was present at a scene and can either corroborate witness accounts or reveal new investigative directions. While the details remain sensitive and under wraps, it is clear that law enforcement is systematically following all avenues to build a case and potentially link the detained individuals to the disappearance. Public speculation and media coverage have been swift. While no official statements have linked the detained individuals to any direct criminal activity, the timing of the arrests, coupled with the ongoing searches and forensic evidence collection, suggests that investigators are narrowing their focus. Experts in criminal investigations note that such early-stage detentions are often precautionary, allowing authorities to question individuals and determine the relevance of their connection to the case, especially when multiple parties may have knowledge or involvement. The involvement of the FBI highlights the complexity and seriousness of the situation. With federal oversight, the investigation benefits from access to broader resources, forensic expertise, and interagency coordination, increasing the likelihood of uncovering critical evidence. Authorities' caution in releasing information also underscores the sensitivity of the investigation, as premature disclosure could compromise both evidence collection and the safety of those involved. The broader context of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance has prompted concern in the community. Residents in Catalina Foothills and surrounding neighborhoods have closely followed updates, with many offering assistance, video surveillance, and local insights to law enforcement. Analysts point out that community engagement can be pivotal in missing person cases, as neighbors often provide critical observations that fill gaps in the timeline. The sheriff's department's call for video footage is a strategic move, aiming to capture movements or patterns that may have gone unnoticed, but could become instrumental in locating Nancy Guthrie. This case also illustrates the challenges faced by law enforcement when high-profile individuals are involved. Media attention adds pressure but also aids investigation by generating tips from the public. Observers note that while the visibility can attract speculation, it also expands the network of potential witnesses and sources of information. In the past, similar missing persons investigations have benefited from the combination of community cooperation and meticulous investigative procedures, which can lead to significant breakthroughs when approached systematically. At this stage, authorities remain tight-lipped regarding the specifics of the warrants executed or the circumstances surrounding the detention of the 3 individuals. The emphasis remains on evidence collection, forensic analysis, and careful questioning. Law enforcement sources caution that detentions do not necessarily imply guilt, but are part of the investigative process to clarify facts and potential involvement. As the investigation continues, several critical elements will likely determine the next steps. Forensic evidence such as DNA, blood analysis, and any additional material collected from the home or surrounding area could provide leads. Witness testimony and video surveillance within the requested radius may help reconstruct the timeline of events on January 31st and February 1st. Coordinated searches along roadways and open areas in Catalina foothills suggest that authorities are leaving no stone unturned in their effort to locate Nancy Guthrie and establish the circumstances of her disappearance. Meanwhile, the detained individuals remain under investigation, and authorities have reiterated that no further details are available at this time. Analysts emphasize that missing person cases often unfold over days or weeks, with new evidence guiding each step of the investigation. The combination of federal and local resources, ongoing forensic work, and community cooperation increases the chances of a resolution, though patience and methodical analysis are critical. In conclusion, the Nancy Guthrie case remains a high-priority investigation involving local and federal law enforcement, community engagement, and meticulous forensic work. With multiple detentions, active searches, and DNA collection underway, authorities are systematically pursuing every lead. While much remains undisclosed to protect the integrity of the investigation, the collaboration between the Pima County Sheriff's Department, the FBI, and local residents provides a structured and focused approach aimed at resolving this case and ensuring Nancy Guthrie's safety. Updates are expected as investigators review evidence, question those detained, and follow up on new leads, and public attention remains keenly focused on developments in this ongoing investigation.